What's today? Tuesday? December 31st?
Not accurate.
All right, well, let's just get into it. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Perry Experience. I'm Matt, and this is Erica, and we have a great show for you guys today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a great show the first 7 episodes, and now we have a great show the 8th episode.
Going strong.
Going strong. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, smash the like button, destroy that subscribe button. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, destroy it. And then gently tap the notification bell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so do all those things. And, yeah, comment down below. Let us know what you think.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, let's go ahead and get into what we have for the week.
Okay.
Who's first? Oh, okay. I have some stuff. So this was interesting, and I brought this to your attention, what was it, like 2 days ago or like a day ago or something?
Mm.
The fart heard around the world. And you know what I'm talking about.
Well, only because you told me about it, but I didn't hear about it.
So, yeah, Wendy Williams farted on TV, and I wanted to show you this video because it is amazing. They enhance the sound. So,
okay, but I want to, if this is enhanced, I want to hear it not enhanced.
You're going to hear it both ways.
Okay.
So, let me actually get through this ad, and then we can hear it and watch it and whatnot. All right, so it comes from the Breakfast Club because they did basically an enhancement of it, so they took all the sound and put it at the same level.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how they get in the Breakfast Club, they get a little over the top with things, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and check this out. Put the sound up.
I've been waiting for this.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ
Said he'd been waiting for it.
The guy we are Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Now, yesterday, Wendy Williams allegedly farted on live TV. What is so amazing is, you know, when you watch the video, you can see that she sat up a little.
She leaned to the left a little bit.
She raised one of her cheeks, leaned to the left.
She wanted to the slide out.
Yeah, she thought it was going to be a silent killer, but instead, you know, it was the fart heard around the world.
Yeah.
Now, our producers have this thing that I just learned about this morning.
Normalizing.
Called normalized. Normalized or normalizing or normalized? What is it?
It normalizes the audio. So what it does is it raises all the audio at the same level.
It's like hearing things in HD.
Correct.
I just listened to Wendy Williams' alleged fart in HD, and it sounded amazing. But first, we have to play Wendy Williams' alleged fart without normalized. Listen.
That cop wasn't playing that. I mean, you're lucky you only got battery. What if he...
That sounds fake as shit.
Just play it one more time. Just people who pay attention, people listen.
That cop wasn't playing that. I mean, you're lucky you only got battery. What if he filed for sexual assault?
Sound like a wet one, too.
Now, can we hear
There's no way that's real.
Wendy Williams' fart in actual HD? Listen.
That cop wasn't playing that. I mean...
That is so fake.
Now, when you hear it without the normalized, it sounds like long and wet. But in HD, it's got some texture to it.
It does.
Yeah, it don't sound as wet in HD. That's no sound effect. That is just actually the program called normalized that makes the fart sound like it's in HD. See, that's amazing.
You think it would have been better to acknowledge it?
Yeah, let's
Wait,
get back
go
to.
back?
I'm gonna go to where I think they did it in HD again.
You're lucky you got battery.
That's texture. It got some meat to it when you hear it.
Apparently, she burped on.
Gassy.
I think...
Yeah, let's
But
listen to it again. I think they go.
it happens.
So they go through both again.
That cop wasn't playing that. I mean, you're lucky you only got battery. What if he filed for sexual assault?
I feel like someone tampered with it.
Can't talk and fart at the same time.
Yeah, you're right.
Drop on the food box,
I gave
Wendy
too much
Williams.
credit.
Good morning, Wendy.
Just like you also...
No, I mean, you think
I feel like somebody altered the audio and put that. That sounds
Well,
way too cartoonish.
well, apparently it was on TV. You can't alter the audio if it happened on TV. So like,
I would have. Okay, well,
other people have seen
maybe
it
someone,
on TV. Other people
maybe
have
okay, but I'm saying maybe someone who works for the show put the sound in there.
No.
Yeah, why not?
Why are you defending her so much? Like I'm
not defending her. I'm just saying it sounds incredibly cartoonish.
Okay, some people have cartoonish farts, and I'm not saying it's me, but some people have cartoonish farts, and I think that sounds legit. The first one sounds legit when they bring it in HD. then it started like just like Charlemagne said, it has texture to it.
Okay, but
Like it has weight to it.
I know, but
But it does sound fake when they bring it up. But
no,
the regular,
it sounds fake to begin with.
No, I think the regular sound sounds normal, and it's horrible.
Can we see the comments on this?
Well, the point is that she tried to hide it, so she thought it would be like a soft one coming out, silent but deadly or whatever. And right when she noticed it, I guess it started to come out, and it was loud, and people heard it.
I don't know. I feel like someone on the show is.
Yeah, you can go ahead and look at the comments, see if you find one. But I feel like I don't think that someone on the show was messing with her.
For sure.
Because
That's my conspiracy.
No, I mean you can.
Like they asked for a raise and she was like no, and they're like
They just threw a fart sound in there.
Yeah, they're like I'm gonna get you, lady.
Once you lift your cheek and then you pause, she stopped her whole entire sentence. You're telling me?
Okay, but see, if you took that sound out completely, you wouldn't notice that she paused because
yeah, you
she
would.
does that a lot. Or she'll talk for a couple words. And then stop.
That was
and
a
then
long.
Keep going.
No, that was a long pause. It was like that cop wasn't playing that. I mean, that was literally like when it came out. She was like, I mean, it sounded like she was pushing.
I don't know.
So I mean, let's see if we can find it again.
So stupid.
Cop wasn't playing that. I mean, you're lucky you.
You're telling that long pause. Come on. She can't fart.
She's okay. First of all, she sucks as a talk show host because she constantly does stuff like that where she'll pause for forever.
I think I don't know. I think she farted. I think she farted. And if people seen it on TV, you can say it's a conspiracy. I can't even say the word. Conspiracy. You can say it's a conspiracy, but she farted. She let one rip.
That is so.
And like Charlemagne said, it has some texture to it.
I don't know. It's weird, and I just don't know about it.
It's funny. That's what it is.
It's funny.
When I first seen the video, one, I laughed off the first one. The second, the HD one, it just sounds so ridiculous.
It does. It sounds incredibly ridiculous.
I just started dying. At work, people were like, "What are you laughing at?" And I'm like, "Don't worry about it."
Well.
So, yeah, that's pretty interesting. But
I don't know.
It's interesting.
It's very interesting.
All right.
Comment down below if you think it's not real.
Comment down below, and it doesn't matter. Just comment down below if it's real or if it's not real, or about anything else we talk about. So what else is going on in the world?
Okay, so I wanted to bring up the Aaron Hernandez Netflix series.
Oh, that was good.
Spoiler alerts for people who haven't watched it yet.
Spoilers.
All right, so it was called Killer Inside, The Mind of Aaron Hernandez. And this article is basically talking about how there's no explanation for like all of his murders.
Yeah. Wait, are they saying that he didn't actually murder anybody?
They're saying that he murdered the what was the first guy? Not the first guy.
I can't remember his name.
His fiance's sister's whatever boyfriend.
Yes.
Odin or something. I think his name was Odin.
Horrible with names, so you're talking to the wrong person.
But this whole article is basically saying like the Netflix series, I guess, was looking for a motive for all his murders, and they can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Like for that murder, there wasn't any like that we know of. We don't know of any like confrontation that happened or like a fight or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering when I was
like it
watching
just was kind of out of the blue in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And so that one's weird. But then the two murders that he didn't get charged with, the two guys from the nightclub who allegedly spilled the drink on him.
Yeah.
And he just like went after them and was like, "You think this is funny?"
Yeah, he said that he snapped, I guess, the Bradley guy. I remember his name.
Oh, yeah.
He said that he snapped.
That confuses me too about how he shot somebody and they lived, and he at first didn't snitch on him, I guess, and then later on he was like, "Oh, well, I didn't want to say it, but it really was him."
Yeah, I didn't believe that right from the start. That doesn't make sense to me. Like if you get shot by somebody and you're like, "Oh, I don't want to snitch on him or whatever," you got shot by a person and you're not going to say anything. But what they were saying,
what the Bradley guy said was he said he wanted to get revenge on him on his own without like squealing on him, be like, "He shot me, like put him in jail. He wanted to, I guess, maybe shoot him back or even kill him, or I don't know.
But then how long was that if he was going to shoot him back or get him back?
I don't know.
I feel like that was just a lie, and we don't know, but the new lawyer kind of said, when you got later into the series, I don't know if I'm messing anything up for you. I don't want to do that. But when you get later into the series, then he basically said, it was like a drug deal or something like that, and it went south, and that's who shot him. It wasn't Aaron Hernandez. That Aaron Hernandez was there, but he didn't shoot him.
Yeah, I don't know. I just find it so weird how he allegedly shoots and or kills all these people and somehow only gets caught doing it or gets put in jail for one of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is the thing.
And like these weren't like planned out, premeditated things, and he's leaving all this circumstantial evidence everywhere, and yet he was only convicted for one murder.
Well, the thing is, I think this is the problem. He was there for like everything,
well,
right?
Yeah.
So if he's there for everything, he's put at the crime scene. So then he's basically like, oh, well, people are gonna think, oh, he was there, he killed him or whatever. But I can't say I don't know what happened to innocent until proven guilty, because you literally don't have a motive. You don't have like murder weapons. You don't have any of those types of things.
Well,
so I don't understand. I understand. I don't want to basically say that he's not a murderer, but still.
No, I was just gonna say that's what this article was saying. Like there is no motive. There is no reason why he did any of this stuff. They say maybe it was because his dad died. Maybe because his mom didn't really care about him, or he smoked too much weed, or he was gay, which I didn't know.
I don't think he was. I think they're making that up, first of all, because it doesn't.
But how did they come across that guy to begin with? The guy who claimed that he like did sexual things with him or whatever. How did they find him?
He's a high school. He was like in high school or something like that. He was a quarterback.
But when they decided to do this docuseries, like, did he reach out to them? Did they reach out to him?
That's what I don't know. See, well, I don't know. He probably reached out to everybody on the team and was like, oh, well, you know what, who wants to basically talk about Aaron Hernandez, how he was, in high school. And he was like, oh, I have some really good stories about Aaron Hernandez.
Well, so was this a rumor before this series came out that he was gay? Or is this like breaking news, like that people found out through this series?
Well, I think people, when it came to all of the cases actually happening, I think that's when people were like question, because it came out that so he may be gay, or he may have gay intentions or something like that. When the whole trial actually happened, since this is like a documentary and or docuseries, whatever they call it. This happened after the fact, but the actual thing happened before. So before the documentary, people speculated.
So you're saying, okay, so people had speculated before the series came out, because I'd never heard that before.
I never heard it either. That's why I guess it was through like a certain group of people. I don't know, but it just, I don't see that.
I find that incredibly interesting.
Well, it is interesting, but I don't see that. I mean,
that's the whole point.
Yeah, I guess.
That he was trying so hard to be this like super macho man. To make up for the fact that he was gay, so he did all this stuff to. I think they're trying to hide it.
I think they were trying to find a motive and trying to place a motive.
Well, right,
on
exactly.
him.
That's all. Yeah.
So if you're like, oh, you don't know what he actually is. If you want to place a motive on him, you can say, oh, he's gay, or oh, he, worked with this person or was friends with this person. You try and place a motive there, even though it's not technically there or nobody else has seen that motive. Mm-hmm. So I think they were trying to place it there and just get him convicted because they couldn't convict anybody for the murder.
Right. The other thing I wanted to talk about was how they brought up CTE at the end and how he had one of the most like advanced stages for his age. He was 27 or 28 when he died?
Yeah, I think 27.
And then they brought up about how he killed himself in jail, and they were wondering if he did it on purpose to get the Patriots to pay his salary to his daughter, I guess, or whatever. But do you really think he's that smart that he thought about that?
I mean, I think his lawyer might have said something, like, oh well,
It was like, oh hey, by the way, if you die,
if you die in jail or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe someone said something to him. Maybe, but I don't think he would have done that, especially since you didn't. I understand you got convicted for one of the murders, right? That already
Yeah.
happened. The other
Yeah.
ones he got off.
well, yeah, but he was in the process of
Appealing it.
And there's some law that said if you're in the process of appealing. Oh wait,
Yeah.
am I mixing two different stories?
No. You're right. If you're in the process of appealing it, then and you die, then it's technically like the charges have to be dropped,
Right,
And
so
they're
then
not placed on you,
Right.
which means that you get paid out your contract.
Right.
But
I don't think he's smart enough to know that.
yeah, and I don't know. Didn't they say something about him writing a letter to his girlfriend? Is his girlfriend?
His fiance.
His fiance,
Yeah.
saying that, oh well, don't worry, like you have money now or something like that.
Oh, right.
But I think that might have been placed as well.
Well, I'm sure he has life insurance. Like she would get money from his life insurance.
Yeah,
right?
but you don't get life insurance if you're a convict. Like that's if you're a
I don't know.
convicted felon. I don't think you get. I think there's like clauses in there and stuff.
Mm.
But I mean, it was very interesting. If you have time to check it out and you haven't watched it, sorry we ruined the whole entire thing for you. But definitely check it out.
It's a what's the word? A head scratcher.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it does make you think because.
And
you never know. I was questioning the fact that, one, I felt sorry for him for all of the things that happened to him with his dad dying and, his mom basically caring more about money than about him.
Yeah.
But, it was just a really interesting story.
Yeah, I don't... Like, I understand that he went through a lot, like, as a kid and growing up and all this and that, but just the things that he said and the way that he acted is just like he was a total douchebag.
Yeah. And again, they may be portraying him that way. And which people did say that he was a douchebag to a lot of people, but he seemed like he had a smile on his face a lot of the...
Right, because he's a cocky douchebag. He was like,
True.
I'm better than you, bro.
That's how football players are. I'm better than you. You have to be better than people. You have to feel like you're better than people. But like I said, interesting Netflix series, and I'm glad you turned it on because I would have never just chose to watch it. Chose. All right. Well, I wanted to talk about something super interesting since we're in 2020. I wanted to talk about the top 5 movies. My top 5 movies and your top 5 movies.
Okay, wait, but we need to preface this by saying that these are the top 5 movies that we've seen.
Yes.
There's tons of movies out there that I'm sure are good, and I saw a list. I went on Wikipedia, and there was a whole list of films that came out from January to December.
Yeah.
And I scrolled past them. I'm like, oh, I did want to see that. Like, I'm sure that was good. But I didn't see them. So these are just our best movies that we saw.
Yeah. That we choose to go see in the movie theaters. Or on Redbox, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But let's go into my list first. And then, we can... You know what? Let's go into your list first. What do you got?
Well, I'm upset that you don't have this on your list at all.
Why would I go ahead. Let me
okay,
see
so my number 1 is the movie Us, Jordan Peele's new movie that came out in 2019.
Why would you start with number 1?
Oh, sorry. Whoops.
Usually you have a countdown. Go ahead. Your number 1 is Us.
Should I go backwards?
No.
You didn't say that.
The normal thing to do is to go backwards so that people can go, oh my goodness, what is her number 1?
Well, we can start over.
No, we're not going to start over. We're going to keep going. So number 1.
Wait, what does Joe Santagato say? Well,
I don't know. I don't watch him. You watch him.
We'll cut it out in post.
No, we won't. All right. So Us.
Okay. So yeah, the first.
Why is that number 1 first?
Because it was so original and like it was genuinely creepy. Mm-hmm. Like something I mean, it is a little far-fetched of an idea, but it really feels like that could be a real thing. Should I explain the plot?
No, people understand it. I don't want to extend this way too long.
Yeah, I just think it was really original and like no one's done a movie like that before. What? Why are you smiling like that?
I'm listening. Good.
You're like this dumb bitch.
I mean, no, it's a good movie, and I'm surprised that I didn't put it on there either. But I had 5 movies that were amazing to me.
Yeah, so I just liked that it was genuinely scary and that it was super unique and I want to see. I hope he does more movies like that.
Yeah, well, that was.
And because, wow, drawing a blank on the first movie. Get Out.
Yeah, that was a good movie as well.
That was an amazing movie too.
Let's actually just go back and forth since you already started at one.
All right, so you
my number one is Avengers Endgame.
I knew that.
And
was
Avengers
gonna be.
Endgame was absolutely perfect. I loved it so much, and I got chills throughout the whole entire movie because I mean, who doesn't like superhero movies? So that's as simple as that.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So our number 2 is actually the same.
Yes, I was surprised.
The movie we just saw, Just Mercy, came out like a couple of weeks, month ago, maybe something.
Yeah, something like that.
At the end of December.
Yeah, end of December. It was absolutely perfect. I mean,
based on a true story.
Yeah, I love the whole entire story, and the acting is just amazing. And I mean, Jamie Foxx deserves an Oscar.
Michael B.
Jordan deserves an Oscar. Brie Larson. I don't think I think she had a really good supporting role.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was more like a supporting.
So, but then I don't know what to look at Michael B. Jordan's role because he's technically
a supporting.
Is he supporting or is he leading?
No, I would say he's supporting.
Okay, because it seemed like they started with. I guess they started with Jamie Foxx's story, so he would be. Yeah. All right, that makes sense. But Just Mercy, amazing movie. Seriously, go check it out if you haven't seen it, and it's absolutely great.
Yep.
Well, I guess since I don't have to go to number 2, you can go to number 3. What do you have for number 3?
So I put Endgame as number 3 on my list.
I'm glad that you thought that was a top 5 movie.
Okay, so only because I don't really think we saw that many movies.
Oh, we did.
Okay, but I usually don't like superhero movies. I think they're like overly.
Don't do it.
What?
Don't kill it. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying this would normally not be a top 5 movie for me. I'd be like, ugh, this is dumb. But it was actually genuinely entertaining.
Since it was 3 hours, it was entertaining.
I was really dreading that it was 3 hours, but it actually kept my attention for the whole. It got a little sticky there in the middle where I was like, God damn, this is only halfway over.
Yeah. Well, then once you got to the battle, it's like, oh man.
Yeah. So
action.
I'm just saying, I normally wouldn't put that on a list because I don't normally like movies like that, but it was entertaining and it got up there.
Well, I have my number 3. I'm glad you have that on there. I'm so happy. My number 3 is Spider-Man: Far From Home. Perfect way to follow up.
Did I see that?
Endgame. Yeah. Wait, no, you didn't. I think it was just me and Chris and myself.
Which one's
That's
that?
the new Spider-Man.
Oh wait, no, we saw that. We saw that at the beach.
Yeah, no.
Where they go to London or whatever. The girl.
Maybe not. I don't know.
What's her face is in
maybe
it?
Chris and I seen
Zendaya. She's in it, right?
Well, yeah, she's in the first one as well.
Oh.
But I think we might have just seen it upstairs. Not this one, but
what
the first
is the
one
one that we saw at the beach?
I don't know.
Over the summer.
Oh yeah, that was it. We did watch it together.
It was like July, the beginning of July.
Okay. Well, this was.
I kind of forgot that we saw that movie.
But
actually.
yeah, we saw that together. But that was an amazing movie. I think the one that I was thinking of was Captain Marvel. I didn't put that on the list. That was my number 6, so I'm not gonna do that. But Spider-Man: Far From Home, great movie.
Pretty good. Kind of forgot we saw it.
So number 4, what you got?
I did a twofer.
You can't do that.
Why?
I'm just playing. Go ahead.
So I said Toy Story 4 / The Lion King. I feel like they kind of go together.
They don't.
What? They're remakes.
They're Disney movies, and Toy Story 4 is a brand new movie.
Okay, well, whatever. I meant like they're childhood movies that were brought into our adult life.
Sure. Yeah, that works.
Okay.
That works.
I didn't really like one more than the other. I just thought they were worth mentioning.
Well, Toy Story is amazing, and it's always the last 2 have been sad for me. You know?
Yeah, Toy Story 4 was really sad.
Well, yeah. I mean, now I don't know if you're going to have Woody in there at all. I believe they're trying to push out.
What, are they going to have a Toy Story 5?
Probably with like Buzz Lightyear and maybe a new
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, no one gets that. Our daughter calls it Buzz Lightyear. Lightyear. But that's good. I mean, Lion King was really good. It was spot on from the animated jaunt.
Yeah, it was cool to watch like a realistic type version of it.
Yeah, same thing with Aladdin as well.
Yeah, I thought about putting that on there, but I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a top 5 movie. It was good. It was a good story. You know,
Yeah.
I like stories, but I mean, whatever. Number 4 that I have on Netflix, Dolomite Is My Name. You didn't watch the whole thing. I think you had to go to sleep or something like that.
Wait, you watched the whole thing?
Yeah, I watched the
Oh.
whole thing. And that movie is perfect. It's funny. It has Eddie Murphy. It has Wesley Snipes. Like, it is perfect. It's funny, and then it has like action to it, but it's a great story of this guy. And they were saying that Eddie Murphy could be like nominated for an Oscar for this.
I think that's a little much.
But I don't know if he needed to get nominated for this Oscars or if it was for next. I don't really know.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, me neither. But Dolomite Is My Name. Good one. Good story. Good movie.
Okay.
All right. So the last one, number 5.
Oh, we have the same for this one too.
Yes.
The Upside
That was a really good movie. And
with Kevin Hart and I don't know what that guy's name is.
from Breaking Bad, the guy, I can't
Oh,
think
is
of his
that-
name. Yeah.
Okay. But was that based on a true story too?
I don't know. I think it might be.
Thought it was. But yeah, that came out a while ago, but from what I remember, it was a good movie, and it was great.
Yeah, it was a great movie, and Kevin Hart showed a side that he doesn't normally show, where he's just always being as funny as possible. This is more like I don't know, laid back. He shows some sort of comedy, but then really throws in the drama, and I didn't expect that from Kevin Hart. It was really good. So check out those movies. So just to list the top 10 that they have on Wikipedia, which is an amazing site to get source information.
Highest grossing films.
I guess highest grossing films. Let's go by that. So highest grossing films. You have Avengers Endgame, Lion King, Star Wars, Frozen 2, which is insane. Toy Story 4, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man Far From Home, Aladdin, Joker, and Jumanji: The Next Level, which I really wanted to see that.
I know you wanted to see that, so I'm sure that would have been on there.
No, it wouldn't have been on there. I liked all these a lot better. That would have been like 6 or 7, I guess, because Captain Marvel.
You already said.
Yeah. So I'm kind of listing my top 10, but amazing movies. That's my top 5 list. Make sure you put down below what your top 5 list will be, because I just want to know how many movies have you seen and what your top 5 list would be.
Yeah.
So, what do you have next?
Okay. This was a last second edition.
Last second. Oh, yeah.
Okay, the show on TLC called My Big Fat Fabulous Life. I have not watched this show until today.
It was pretty interesting from what I watched. And
it wasn't so much the fact that it was interesting, just the fact that what was going on in this particular episode was pissing me off. So there's this girl, I think her name's Heather. Like, this is literally how much I don't know about this show, as I don't even know what her name is.
Wait, hold up. So is it always a different person?
No.
It's the same person?
Yeah, it follows this girl.
Okay.
This show has been on, I think, for like 4 years, maybe.
Okay. I don't want to start watching this, but
I don't. No, I don't either. It just happened to be on the television, and I didn't turn it off. But anyways, I guess this is a new season that premiered like a couple days or last week ago or whatever. But the part that was pissing me off was that she lives with this guy named Buddy, who they slept together, like she said, like 6 years ago or something like that. And now she has this new guy, Chase, who's her boyfriend. And this guy that she lives with, well, I guess she's moving, this episode she's moving, but that she was living with, she walks around like in her bra, he walks around in his underwear, they like cuddle on the couch together, like they were dancing in the kitchen at one point.
Yeah,
really strange things for a man and a woman to live together who aren't dating, and one of them has a significant other.
Well, yeah, and I didn't understand how any guy would be comfortable with that at all. Well, to be comfortable with even one thing that he's doing, like that they're doing together.
Super strange, and I really feel like, and like her friend that she lives with kept like in his interviews that they do like in between the scenes, like kept saying like bad things about her new boyfriend, and like it just makes me feel like he wants to be with her.
Well, yeah, even in some of the scenes that they were in, it seems like he was like he was jealous,
right?
And 2, they even had a scene where they were laying in the bed together and making like sex jokes. Like that, I don't understand that at all.
I don't get it.
I would never.
Like, that's fine if you're both single and like
ready to mingle.
You're ready to mingle or whatever. But if this girl like has a boyfriend and is in a committed relationship to him, why is she even doing this stuff? Like, if he did it, she could be like, okay, like, can you stop, or like, don't do that or whatever. But like, she's totally. Some of the time she was initiating, like when they were on the couch and like she laid down pretty much on top of him.
Yeah, she had her feet on him and everything. That's just weird.
I don't know.
So yeah, that episode was absolutely weird, but I was stuck into the story now because I wanted to know what happened. I hate that so much that I get stuck into a story, but that was just horrible. What did you have on here? Did you just have a generic link, or is it like, did you have?
This was specifically about that episode.
Oh, okay. And were people just like weirded out, or was this article?
No, this was just like saying what happened.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean,
I was just linking it in case somebody wanted to.
Did Chase gain weight? He looks like he gained weight.
I don't know.
Right?
Well, apparently she's
See, now
engaged.
I'm saying them by names. I don't want to do this.
Apparently they're engaged. I saw an article when I went to look up this. I saw an article back in December that said that they got engaged.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know. It was just a weird thing that I happened to see on TV and wanted to talk about it.
Okay. Well, I hope we don't watch a ton of it. And that's not a joke right there on like weight gain or anything.
Oh my God, I wasn't thinking that, but now
it wasn't.
That's rude that you said that.
I said it wasn't.
Well, you already brought it up.
But it wasn't, though. I don't think like that. But I wanted to talk about something that you're always excited about talking
Here
about.
We go.
Andrew Yang.
I was gonna say, I'll give you $1 if you can guess what it is.
Andrew Yang 2020. Seriously, I'm so happy that I got the news that he made the New Hampshire debate. So the next debate that's going to be happening, he made that debate stage. Oh. And it all happened in like a span of a few. I actually already have it up because I had some things highlighted, I guess. Yeah. So Yang already qualified for this debate, and it just shows that he would have qualified for the other debate if he just had time. If they ran polls and he had time, he would have qualified for it because he had a lot of traction going.
Well, so since he qualified for this one, does that mean that somebody else, like there's going to be a different person that's not on the stage, or there's going to be more people?
So there's going to be more people. It's going to be just like the debate in December. So it had 7 candidates where you have... who are they? Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Pete Buttigieg, Amy Klobuchar, Tom Steyer still there, and Andrew Yang. So Tom Steyer, billionaire, that's the reason why he's buying his way onto the stage, and it's just absolutely insane to think about. But they needed to basically reach 5% on 4 polls, just like they did in December or in January. And he did, and basically he did it all on Sunday, or most of it on Sunday, where he gained 7%, 5%, 5%. So that's absolutely amazing to be able to, have this flurry of polls and be able to get on stage. So I'm really happy that he got on stage, because when he's on stage, they talk about things that are important, and not just important in my eyes, just important to so many people. When people talk about job loss, and they say people are, going to be losing their job to automation, how are you going to fix it? Why are they not asking the other candidates these questions? I don't think they can answer it.
Good question.
Right? I have good questions here.
I was going to say, you want to be an interviewer?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I'd be horrified. I have anxiety. My heart starts beating. I'm like, but seriously, I mean, I'm really happy that Andrew Yang is on the stage. So I wanted to do just a quick shout out to,
Congratulations.
Yeah, just congratulations to Andrew Yang and all the Yang Gang supporters, including me. Not you yet, maybe. But seriously, I think he's changing a lot of things, and he's going to surprise a lot of people. So
yeah,
very interesting. Another thing I did want to talk about that's actually on this article as well is, how do you feel about like the billionaires that are trying to buy their way into like the White House?
Well, I feel like that's literally what Trump did.
Yeah. I mean, he ended up having a lot of supporters, but he didn't spend as much as these billionaires are spending now.
Okay, well,
like look at this place or section that I highlighted. So billionaire former New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg has reached the polling threshold to qualify for the New Hampshire debate, but because he is self-funding his campaign, he is not going to hit the donor requirement.
Okay, well, that's good that they have that as a requirement.
But the thing is he can if he was actually taking donations, because now that he's throwing so much money at people, he's basically, he can hit that if he wanted to. I don't think he wants to get on the debate stage though.
Well, that's dumb.
Well, yeah, that's what I don't understand. He's already spent over $200 million like during this campaign since November.
That's insane.
So $250 million.
Like he has nothing better to do, nothing with his money.
Yeah, I have no idea what he's trying to accomplish here.
Because he's a billionaire and he's like, well, what else is there to do? Let's become a president.
Well, yeah, I think he might be trying to save some
like
things.
He's bored.
True. He has $50 billion. So, I mean.
That's what I mean. He's like, I have all this money. Like, there's nothing left for me to do in life except become a president.
Doesn't that show like a huge loophole in our system, basically saying that people can buy their way into the presidency?
Well, but not though, because he has to have people donating.
No, he has to have people donating to get on the debate stage. Doesn't mean he has to have people donating for him to have the amount of support.
Well,
like right now, I think he's polling like 10% or something like that, and Andrew Yang's polling at 5%. Or something like that. I don't really know the exact numbers, but that's just crazy. $250 million. Barack Obama, from what I understand, had only spent $200 million the whole entire campaign.
Yeah.
And he spent $250 million in 3 months.
He has nothing better to do with his money, and he's bored with his life.
Like, this just shows a huge loophole in the system, and I think they need to fix this. And I think Yang is saying that they should give people democracy dollars. They should give them $100 to fund a campaign, and
who?
Like every single American to fund.
But who gives them the money?
The government. So yeah, they're looking to give people $100 for to fund campaigns for people who can't really afford to give to campaigns. So it's going to be like, hey, you get $100 and you can give to any candidate that you want. And then instead of going to these big corporations that all of these people are going to, shaking the money tree in the wine cave. You probably don't get that because it was one of the debate responses that Andrew Yang had. And they were just talking about Pete Buttigieg doing like private events for wealthy people. But anyways, so he can have these people support his campaign and give $25 here, $25 there, or $10 here, $10 there. So that's absolutely amazing. But these billionaires are like kind of pissing me off.
Yeah,
because they're taking
ridiculous
support away from, you know, like the lower candidates that are on the rise. Like Andrew Yang probably would have had like a good 5% from the 10% that he has. Same thing with Tom Steyer. He probably would have 5% or so from him as well. So I don't know, but it was just horrible. But I guess more on Andrew Yang.
In other news,
while we're talking about Andrew Yang, we might as well get it all out of the way. So Andrew Yang uses Autopilot. So he uses it the wrong way, apparently. And
what do you, like in a car? I don't know what you mean.
So the way you're supposed to use Autopilot, so look how he's using it now. So he used it for like a campaign. It was a campaign video on his YouTube channel that he has.
Okay.
And he showed that cars will be driving themselves, basically showing that.
Yeah.
But the way that you're supposed to be driving a Tesla, the way they have in the manual, and they say that you have to have your hands on the steering wheel just in case. So apparently Elon Musk drove it this way as well, and now Andrew Yang is driving it the wrong way, and they're having a like some sort of stink about it.
Well, if Elon Musk is the one that did it to begin with, then it's his fault.
Well, yeah, but what I'm thinking about is like, how else do you show that it's driving itself?
Well, exactly.
If you don't take your hands off the steering.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. I was like, you can't physically put your hands on the steering wheel and think that people are going to think that it's driving itself just because it has the Tesla logo.
So stupid. It's just so dumb. Like, why do people? Oh, he didn't have his hands on the wheels.
That's what
it's not like he was sitting in the passenger seat.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I don't know why.
You're like, hey, look at my car, drive itself.
You could do that. Well, wasn't there a video of a guy sleeping in the car or something, or playing like chess or something, and that cat just we gotta like take a picture of that cat so then people know what we're looking at. So then, but that cat right behind you is weird as well. But seriously, Andrew Yang, he's just doing this just to show that it's the car is driving itself. You put your hands on the steering wheel.
With the huge iPad on the side.
Oh yeah, complete distraction.
So stupid.
Complete distraction. It's basically saying take your hands off the wheel with that screen.
I feel like that screen should go black when you're driving it. Like,
Yeah.
what is that screen for?
Well, it's gonna look like you have your phone out because that's what like cops look for. If you have like light on inside the car, and I don't know
what is that screen for? Like, is it just for like controls for like the radio or?
Yeah, I believe that they have the controls for the radio, the air conditioner, like all the things that we have that are buttons and screens. Yeah. It's all in the screen. So I understand why it's bigger because you have to fit all those buttons on there. But like you said, I don't understand.
It's aggressive.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. And I believe, I seen a video, and I think I talked to you about this video as well, to where this guy was driving his Tesla, and a cop pulled him over and said, you can't have your laptop out. You can't have your laptop out while you're driving.
Wait, you showed me that, but I thought it was a setup, wasn't it?
No, it was a real cop and everything, and he was like, you can't have your laptop out, and he was like a real old guy, and he was just like, he was like, it's not a laptop. He was no, it's part of my car. And he was like, oh, well, that's pretty slick. And when he drove off, he was like, that's pretty slick. He was like, just
yeah, I think I remember thinking that
safe.
was a setup.
I don't know.
Everything's a setup in my mind.
I think you think a lot of things are a setup. The Wendy Williams fart and all this stuff. But anyways, we're getting off topic here. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was an interesting story because they're comparing him to the whole Elon Musk situation. But how else do you show that you're driving on autopilot, that it's going to be driving itself? If you're trying to put emphasis on automation, you have to do that. You have to let go of the wheel and go, it's driving itself. Mm-hmm. But if you go like this,
it's driving itself.
It's driving itself. I don't believe you.
Like, they're just looking for anything to write an article about. Like, this is so unimportant.
Probably. And just because it has Andrew Yang's name, that's it. So, anyway, that was good, I guess.
Okay.
What's this next thing you have here? Oh, my favorite. No, not my favorite.
No, the coronavirus.
Yeah. Which,
I'm going to be 100% honest with you, I don't know what it is.
I don't.
Do you know what it is?
I don't know what it does. I've watched videos on them freaking out over like a potential outbreak.
I briefly saw something on Facebook about a doctor talking about this, and he said that this isn't anything that's more threatening than the flu.
Okay.
Like, he said, there's plenty of people that still die from the flu.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a significant number if you look throughout the entire world. And no one's freaking out about the flu because people have it every year. And for some reason this...
Well, people have it every year, but we also have a flu shot for it. We don't have any shots for the coronavirus.
Well, yeah. No. I was just saying that this doctor was saying, comparatively, it's not like this is all that much worse than the flu. But I guess this coronavirus started in China. I had the specific, Wuhan, China?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I don't know where that is.
They're like locking it down or something.
But so far, 106 people have died from it, which if you think about how many people live in China, 106 is not a lot.
Yeah, but people died from it. It's not
right, and people also die from the flu.
Yes. And
I just don't understand.
Do you have comparable figures there?
No, I should have looked that up. But I just don't.
Whoops.
I understand that this is it's something that we've never seen before. And they're freaking out because Pwapple, you just put Pwapple. How many Pwapple died?
I guess I should put it in China.
Yeah.
Go ahead, continue talking.
I don't remember what I was saying.
That'll happen to you.
Yeah, so, well, this says 106 people died. There's 4,500 confirmed cases. But if you think about how many people live in China, that's really not that much.
What is it, 81 people that
See,
died?
there you go.
Yeah, so that's...
So 81 people have died from the flu, 106 from this coronavirus. And it, like, obviously it's more, but it's, you know...
It's still a comparable figure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I understand what you mean. And people should be worried because we don't have any type of vaccine for it or any type of flu shot for it. Or shot, I guess it's not a flu. I don't know what it is. But we'll end up getting something for it. And I hope that, you know, we can get something over here before anything spreads. Because people go to China all the time.
Right. But it said there's only 5 people in the U.S. that have been confirmed that have it. And there's, 7 billion people that live in the United States? Is that a correct figure?
That's not
or is it million? Is it million?
It's not a correct figure.
It's million, right?
No, it's
'Wait.
365 million or something like that.
In the United States?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Look it up.
How many people? Oh, I already have it.
In the U.S. There you go.
Bam.
Damn it. Okay, so I'm thinking, maybe I'm thinking about the world. Check the world population.
I
That's
think,
7 billion, maybe.
I think
the number
right.
7 is something. In the world. Just put the world. There we go. 7 billion.
7.7 billion. Okay. Okay.
I knew.
All right. You win. Well, you don't win the round, but I know you were thinking of that. Okay, go ahead.
It was right.
It's fine.
Anyways.
But yeah, I mean, this whole coronavirus, I mean, I was kind of freaking out when I watched the video on it because that's the way they make it seem.
It says the new coronavirus causes symptoms similar to pneumonia that can range from something as mild as a cough to something more severe as a fever, difficulty breathing. But like I said, how is that different than the flu or pneumonia? I don't understand what differentiates it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like quick and it happens. I don't know.
Get it.
I guess it was from some sort of food though that they had in.
Where did it start?
Well,
No, I know the specific place, but like how?
Yeah, I don't know. So I guess we'll need to figure that out. But either way, I don't think we should be too worried about it. I was worried about it, but I don't think you should be too worried about it unless you're going to China.
I wasn't worried about it at all.
Well, you should be worried about it a little bit.
Not really.
Because you never know. We're parents now, so we have to be safe.
Okay, but then I also need to be worried about the flu then.
No, you don't. We get flu shots.
Not everybody does.
Well, we do.
Well, just saying.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways.
Just thought I'd bring that up just to let you know.
That was good. I wanted to talk about the coronavirus because
okie dokie.
I thought it was like a huge outbreak because that's the way the news made it seem.
Exactly, and that's my point.
They're like, hey, everyone's going to die.
Right, that's my point.
Get your pitchforks.
The media keeps blowing this out of proportion, and obviously it's not like it's not news at all, but I think they're making it bigger news than it really is.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say something about me saying
I'm
pitchforks.
ignoring you.
Okay, whatever. All right, well, I wanted to get into something serious that happened, and obviously it's hitting, the world, not just the U.S. So Kobe Bryant has died at 41 in a helicopter crash, and the day that it happened, I actually recorded a video, and I think that's just too early to put something out. You have to really process everything, and he wasn't like close to me, right? Because I'm not his family members. I'm not someone that's really close to him, but I know that he was a big influence on my life, going through elementary school, middle school, everything. It was just amazing to be able to play basketball, and every time I threw up a shot, I would go Kobe, and miss,
Yeah.
I was good at basketball, but anytime I said Kobe, I just wasn't worthy, I guess. But his life is going to be celebrated. But still, I mean, it's so painful to see things like that. Someone that's that great to die in a helicopter crash, in a freak helicopter crash that I still don't know what the cause was. I know they said they were thinking of weather. That was an issue. But not to just like kind of exclude everybody else that was on the plane. Or on the helicopter. I'm not going to say that because there were 9 people in total that were on that helicopter, and kids were lost. Husbands, wives were lost, and this is just absolutely horrible to go through and to actually have happen.
Yeah. Well, the first, I was at work, and I remember I was scrolling through Facebook, and one of my friends had posted an article from TMZ that said that he had died. And there's been several times where that has happened, where a fluke article will go on the internet and it's not really real. And then when I tried to click on it, it said oh, there's an error or something like that. I'm like, oh, it's this isn't real. And then a little bit, maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes later, one of my coworkers was like, wait a minute, this is showing up all over my feed. I'm pretty sure this is real. And then I was like, oh man, I wonder if, I didn't even know how many kids he had. And he had 4 daughters. They were all girls. And the youngest one was 7 months old. And I'm like, okay. And then it turns out that one of them actually was on the helicopter with him, which I didn't realize when I first read the article. And I was like, what the heck is going on? It was, I think, his second oldest, because
she's 13.
Yeah, his oldest is 17, I think.
Oh, wait a minute.
I think he has a 17-year-old, the 13-year-old Gianna, and then a 3-year-old and a 7-month-old. And it's crazy that now his wife has to raise all these kids, not by herself, but without him.
Yeah, it's someone that's a huge influence on your, daughter's lives, on a lot of people's lives, actually. And it hurt me to know that it was Kobe, and then it also hurt me the fact that he had his daughter on the helicopter, and that, I just broke down a bunch of times, because we're parents, and we would never want that to happen, to see your child go through 13 years of their life and have it taken away. I would be like, no, not her. Take me, do not take her. She still has her whole entire life ahead of her. Yeah. And, he still had his whole entire life ahead of him.
Yeah.
He's only 41. And like Shaq was saying, I was watching a video recently, actually today, where Shaq was talking about Kobe. And, I mean, it's just insane to see, someone that's that great, all of the greats go like this. You don't see Michael Jordan still living. You have, Dr. J, you have Shaq, you have everybody out there that's, getting old. But then you're going to lose someone as great as Kobe that has been an influence on so many people's lives. It just hurts me.
Yeah.
When it hurt me when it happened. I didn't want to believe it, and I still don't believe it now. I feel like he's going to, I would love for, him to pop up out of nowhere with his daughter and say, look, we were over here. And that would be absolutely amazing. But then you would still run into the fact that you still have people that died on that helicopter. And I'm not going to say that it's all about Kobe. It's all about his daughter. It's about the other people that were on that helicopter as well. 3 teenagers died on that helicopter. And that's sad.
Yeah, did you see that picture? I guess they were on their way to a tournament for his daughter and their teammates. And there was a picture that showed at the basketball game that everyone took a knee and had I don't know if it was a moment of silence or a prayer or something like that, but it was.
Well, they were waiting for them. They were waiting for them to come.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they were.
And for them to hear the news. And one, I'm so upset how the news was put out there.
What do you
mean? With TMZ.
Why?
For someone to hear it that way, that must have been so shocking for a wife to hear that. So let's say.
What you're saying? Oh, I'm sure the people who were related to them knew before that.
No, I think TMZ broke the news when it happened.
The crash happened around 11 a.m. and I think when I first saw it on social media was right around 2:30.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not getting in contact with somebody, I'm pretty sure that the news was broken by TMZ, by someone.
I don't know about that. I don't think they're that grimy of a media outlet that they would release that information before their families were notified.
I'm pretty sure that people they wanted to be the first on the scene, but I'm not.
Where did you?
I'm not
where do you-
100% sure.
Where are you getting that idea from?
I've watched probably 20 something videos that said that TMZ broke the news first, and
Right,
saying that they were upset with TMZ and how people would find out over that, and that's why I was a little. I don't know for a fact. Like I wasn't the first one to know. I wasn't the first one to see TMZ.
I think they mean they were the first media to break the news online, like not to people in person.
They were saying in general, because I remember, I don't remember who the person was, but they were saying that that's a horrible way for a mother to find out that their daughter died. So
Sounds like that person was misinformed.
Well, I don't know. Maybe
I don't think a media outlet would put an article like that out before they were notified.
I mean, if they want to be first to the scene, that's what it's all about. Everybody's creating videos on here to get views and get clicks and all that stuff on literally within an hour that it was broken, that the news was broken. And I feel like it's horrible to be able to get that news. Like if I died and then all of a sudden you seen something involving the car that I had, and and that it was me, and then no one told you that. I mean,
I'm sure it happens, but I just find it hard to believe that actually happened in this instance.
Yeah, because the thing is they couldn't confirm who was on the helicopter.
Right.
So TMZ had to basically say, I know that's like Kobe's helicopter that he was in, because we seen him get off in the helicopter or whatever. So they knew who was on it, and they knew before anybody else's identity was found, because they knew that Kobe was on it themselves. Yeah. So that's why. And it's just horrible. It's absolutely horrible that someone lost their life at 13, someone lost their life at 41, and I feel so sorry, and I really don't want it to be true, and I'm so upset that it is true. So I guess we can talk about who actually broke the news, because I don't really know, but I'm thinking that it's TMZ that broke the news and
online,
to everyone
I don't know.
first. So yeah, what do you have next?
So the same day as Kobe's death was the Grammys, was Sunday night. So the Grammys were hosted by Alicia Keys, which we didn't watch the Grammys.
No.
But from what I've seen, Alicia Keys hosted the Grammys, and she addressed his death because the Grammys were held at the
Staples Center.
Yeah, the Staples Center in LA. So she addressed. I don't know exactly what she said, but from what I understand, it was like made everyone upset and whatever.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's going to make everybody upset. I'm
sure everybody there knew who he was.
Yeah.
Like personally knew who he was.
Yeah, and everybody,
not just as like a celebrity. You're like, oh, I saw him on the news. Like I'm sure a lot he knew a lot of those celebrities in that room.
Yeah.
So that's upsetting. But I just wanted to go through like some of the winners and some interesting things.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who Billie Eilish is?
Yeah, she was the one that we talked about last week with the mullet and everything. She has mullet style or something.
Okay. Well, so she won like a ton of categories. I think it said on here, which I think some of these are redundant. Wait, go down. Stop.
Jesus Christ.
So where's the whole list?
Should probably highlight things.
Well, it was Song of the Year, Album of the Year, and there was two other ones, like Pop Album or something, Best Pop Album.
Okay.
And something else. I think she won 4. But I guess she was like the main winner of like the night, and she's pretty young.
Am I playing something?
Record, I don't know. Oh wait, hold on.
That's you.
Hold on.
Technical difficulties.
She won. How old is she? Do you know how old she is?
I don't know, like 20 something.
No, I think she's like 17.
Really?
I don't know.
All right, well.
But there's this link has a whole list of everybody that won. But there was another thing I wanted to talk about. Oh, Demi Lovato performed at the Grammys. See, look, 18.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I knew she was pretty young.
You got to Google everything nowadays.
Demi Lovato made her return after she almost overdosed on whatever drug she was taking.
I didn't know about that. I'm like removed from a lot of
Yeah, you need to be up on the times.
This is why we do this, so I get more news.
Yeah, so she performed a song that like everybody was crying about because it was emotional and whatnot after her almost dying. And she's also going to be singing the national anthem at the Super Bowl this weekend.
Okay.
Another thing I thought was weird, which I saw on Twitter, Tyler, the Creator, won a Grammy for Best Rap Album. And then Jaden Smith tweeted, "My boyfriend just won a Grammy," like in reference to Tyler, the Creator. And I don't know if he's serious.
I don't know either.
I read I should have linked that article as well, but there was a separate article I saw that like someone specifically asked him about it, and he was like, "Yeah, he's my boyfriend, like it's true." But like I don't know if he was being serious or not. See? Jaden Smith is gay and secretly dating.
See, I don't know. I don't know about any of this. So
right, and there's one that was literally posted 10 hours ago. Says Jaden Smith just called Tyler, the Creator, his boyfriend. I'm confused whether they're like joking around. Like, is it a real thing?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know why anybody would joke around.
I don't know either.
Something like that.
But apparently he also used to call Justin Bieber his boyfriend too. So I don't like that. Sounds like it's a joke because obviously he's married to a woman, unless he was bisexual at some point in time. But
that's the thing I don't know is because people are saying that he announced that he's gay because he's saying that his boyfriend won a Grammy. And
it says Tyler and Smith have teased fans at the prospect of them dating for years. Like, I had never heard that.
I've never heard it either.
So I don't know if this, like,
is
a joke?
That is news to me.
Right?
And I don't know where you heard that from. Was it on Facebook that you got that?
Yeah, someone I'm friends with on Facebook posted the article that one of these articles about him calling him his boyfriend. And so I clicked on it because I thought it was like one of those, like, joke articles.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to see what it said, but it was like seemed like 100% legit. And I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah, well, I want to see what people are saying.
I don't know.
Well, that's...
Wait, go back up. So that's great, but nobody gives a shit right now. Kobe died. I like that.
Well, yeah, that's 100% true.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting that I don't know. I want to know if it's true or not, just because I'm nosy.
I mean, I just Googled it, and you get all these articles that,
Yeah, and there was another thing. This guy's hat.
Is it on the thing?
No, I didn't. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this guy's hat. Billy Porter.
Okay.
Not sure who that is.
Me neither.
But apparently he was wearing this outrageous hat at the, can you Google Billy Porter Grammys 2020?
Okay.
And look at this crazy hat. And there's like all these memes going around now with.
Is it Billy with IE?
Y. Billy Porter.
Billy Porter hat.
Yeah. Look. Wait. So like
it's a lamp.
Literally. And like. The front of it closes, like you can see in this first picture, it's completely closed, and then it's like motorized and it like opens in the front.
Come on. Like what are they making memes about it? Like
yeah, so then if you just put in meme next to it and there's like all this stuff, I thought it was hilarious. No, where are they?
Oh, nothing's coming up.
I definitely saw one.
All right, well,
but
maybe I can put them in the video or something if I see any.
Isn't that ridiculous? Oh yeah, the cashier at McDonald's drive-thru when like.
That's funny. That's too funny.
I'm not sure.
Oh man.
What the point? I mean, I guess to get people to talk about him. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just ridiculous.
Look at that.
All right.
It really does look like a lampshade.
It does. It does. Well,
But I also just wanted to quick mention that Michelle Obama won a Grammy for Best Spoken Word Album, which I didn't know was a thing.
is it from her book?
I don't know. I guess.
Oh,
I don't know.
well, okay.
But so now she
I
has
thought
a Grammy.
I thought that Michelle Obama was going to run for president because of how well spoken she is.
That would be a good one.
That would have been a good one. Then it would have been, like it would be like that with any woman president, to where you have the reverse roles. First gentleman.
First gentleman, is that what it would be?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be first man.
Why not? It's called the first lady, so why wouldn't it be called the first?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen.
First gentleman? It just sounds like I don't know.
What?
That's interesting though.
Interesting.
But yeah, so that's
what we say when we don't want to say anything else.
That's interesting.
That's interesting. Get the t-shirt.
Get the t-shirt. All right. So yeah, that was all that I wanted to cover on that.
All right, and I think is that it? I think that was it. Goodbye. No. No, that's it for this podcast, unless you had anything else that you wanted to talk about. You want to talk about any of these cats? This cat sitting on the couch over there? She looks comfortable.
Ruining the pillows.
Well, she could do what she wants. This is her area, I guess, and that cat. But thank you, everyone, for watching. All of the people that watch and watch till the end. I really appreciate all of the people that watch, but mostly people that watch till the end. 50 minutes, we create a 50-minute or hour podcast. I appreciate all the people that watch till the end, because we put a lot of work into this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say something.
Yes.
Yes. Make sure you hit the like button on this video, on every video that we have. Go over to our clips channel, subscribe there. We really need subscribers over there, because we have a lot of clips that we talked about today. If you don't want to watch the full 50 minutes, go over there and watch that. And I know you're probably not watching this now if you didn't want to watch the full 50 minutes.
So I can say whatever I want.
What are you going to say?
Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
Beep. Beep, 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 beep. No, but hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe, tap the like button. I said that. But hit the notification bell. And I think she wants to get out of here. Everybody wants to get out of here, but do all that stuff, and we'll catch you in the next podcast video. See ya.
Bye.